pretty sure it's illegal to drive while you're shooting video for YouTube. We'll find out if this video gets demonetized, but hey, I don't really care. You know why? Because everybody seems to be texting and driving nowadays, and this is probably better than that. At least I seem to think so. True story. The other day I pull up at a red light right next to a police officer. Georgia State Patrol. Can't make this up. I look over and he's texting on his phone at the red light. So I roll my window down. I started honking. I look over. I said, "Officer, do me a favor?" He kind of looked at me like he was an idiot. I said, "Get off your phone! Quit texting and driving! You need to pay attention!" I'm just kidding. I didn't say that, but he was texting. I swear to God. Anyway, back to the story, guys. You ever hear somebody say it's really hard to find good people? Or good people are hard to find? Well, I could not possibly disagree more with that statement. Today, while we're stretching the carpet, I'm going to go into why. 400 square feet of carpet, stretching clean for a repeat client, really good customer, small business owner. And if you stick around to the end, we have a special unveiling of one of our top secret tricks and tips on how to find really good, really affordable helpers for your small business. But Dan, I don't know the small business. It's still going to be a good show, okay? Watch it anyway. And also, subscribe below. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. Ding dong. And also, like this video. Mash that thumbs up. Leave a comment below. And most importantly, thanks for watching. All right, here we are. Just rolled up to the job. We're going to be cleaning the stairs. And of course, obviously, as I mentioned, we're going to be doing some stretching. So we've got quite a bit of cleaning to do on these stairs. And the carpet's actually relatively new. Hasn't been in for very long. Oh, we got a little poker chip. And it looks like it's attached to maybe a piece of gum or something. Anyway. So carpet hasn't been in very long. And as you can see, we've got some pretty serious wrinkles. This is a large room. It's going to end up being, I believe, like a man cave. So they've already got the foosball table. They're going to put probably a big screen TV, flat screen in here as well. Maybe a pool table. I'm not sure, but this is a pretty big room. I think it measured out right at about 400 square feet. So you can see here I have my power stretcher and some other tools. We'll go ahead and stretch this now. And hopefully Cole and Noel, the Swole Patrol, will be here shortly. And they're going to be doing some cleaning as well. So check it out.
So like I said earlier, these customers of ours, we've worked for a handful of times, and they are entrepreneurs. They are small business owners. They are Justin and Ashton Anderson of Peachy Clean here in Kingsland, Georgia. And I remember when they first got started, they've probably been in business about the same time that we have. So coming up probably close to 15 years. And it's truly been remarkable to watch their company grow. I remember the first home I cleaned for them, did some carpet cleaning when they were moving out of a small 3-bedroom house, or maybe a 4-bedroom house, but in a relatively, average neighborhood. And to see their home that they've recently built, well, just a handful of years ago now, it's just huge. It's on a nice piece of property, and they have a ton of equipment for their business and toys, and it's just really cool. Though they specialize in pressure washing, landscaping, and I think land clearing now as well. He just recently got him a dump truck, and so they're just expanding always and improving. So they built this room when they built their home, and they just haven't really used it very much at all, but they've recently decided they're going to go ahead and get it kind of fixed up. The carpet obviously needs some stretching here, and it needs some cleaning, so that's what we're going to be doing today. But yeah, talking about finding good employees, I can definitely say that over the years we've hired many folks that worked out, and many more that did not work out. And as a general rule of thumb, I do really like to believe that there are good people everywhere, literally everywhere. And based on that belief, I think I tend to find good people pretty much everywhere and anywhere I go. It's been a long time since we've struggled to find somebody that worked out well for our small business. So the thing that we do most of the time that seems to work really well is ask for word of mouth referrals. So that's worked out not only well for the actual clients that we service, but also for our team that we've built over the years. So pretty much every single person on our team today, with one exception, has come by way of word of mouth referral. So Thomas is the exception, and that's a good story. He actually delivered pizzas to our home and asked if we were hiring. And we interviewed him a few days later and decided to offer him a job. So that's Thomas. And unfortunately, we did get his notice, so he'll be leaving us at the end of the year. So we are in the process of looking for another person to join our team. But again, this is something I've never really struggled with. But I think a lot of it is the language I use. I do not speak struggle. I try not to anyway, say things like, oh, it's really hard to find good people, or it's really hard to find, or, find good people to hire or work with. I try not to speak badly about most of the people that we end up working with. And a lot of small business owners I run into, that seems like they do speak a lot of struggle in that. They'll talk about how, their employees are always late, or their employees don't care about the job. And, well, I will say that most of the time it's safe to say that the owner or the person with the most vested, the most to lose, is a little bit more excited and passionate about the work than everyone else. But that's not to say that it doesn't bleed down through the organization. So as I've become more and more excited and passionate and enthusiastic about what we do, the rest of the team kind of follows suit. But we do have probably the best team today than we've ever had before, and that's kind of exciting.
All right, guys, so you can see already some huge progress. We've pretty much eliminated the wrinkle here, although if you look close, and I don't know how this is going to work because I can't really see what I'm filming right now, but the seam is starting to give way. So I'm going to have to come back over this with an iron and hopefully be able to just warm up that adhesive and take a seam roller and get that thing to look better. Otherwise, we're gonna have to pull up the entire seam and re-seam this whole room. And I'm not even sure if I have enough seaming tape to do that. So fortunately, Lowe's is like 2 minutes that way. So now I'm just gonna have to move some of this furniture over to here, and you guys will see the other side.
I went ahead and arrived at this job about 20 or 30 minutes before Cole and Noel, who you'll see here in just a minute. But I arrived here, like I said, before them. And if it wasn't for me getting to talk with Ashton, Justin's wife, and she's a talker, I'm a talker, so we can accidentally waste like a lot of time just talking. But if it wasn't for that, I would have been done with the stretching before they showed up. But the cool part was when they did show up, as you can see here, they went ahead and started to get the irons and the seam roller, and they actually had 2 irons going at the same time. And what we did, and I'll explain it here shortly, but basically just try to fix that seam as it was giving way. A pretty uncommon issue when you power stretch, as long as you don't clean before you stretch. Of course, if the carpet is wet, it loses a lot of its structural integrity, and you can easily pull apart not only the seam, but you can actually rip the carpet right in half. Ask me how I know. Learned that the hard way. But this job was just over a $500 job with over a $50 gratuity.
It would really be cool to do a little YouTube video.
Nice, I'm down.
Okay, good, because we're already filming. So I have like the hidden camera. So let's show them the hat. Cole and Noel, the Swole Patrol, and that's because of because you're so massive. So also Ashton, our client here today, Cole actually knows. And Cole, why don't you tell that story, man? What happened there? This would be great content for YouTube, okay?
He's my neighbor. That's
Okay.
how I know.
All right. Is that it? Or did you guys have like a previous like encounter maybe?
Yeah, I was acting out one time and got the cops called on me.
So he called the cops on you and you went to jail.
Well, and then somewhere else, yeah.
And then prison.
Yeah.
Let's tell our YouTube family the truth. Cole is a new man today, but those muscles may or may not have been started to be built in a prison system. So thank you for all the taxpayers. And Noel has this, and his son, Deontay, designed this. Shout out to Deontay. He's getting a custom A1 carpet care hat as well. And right now what they're doing is they're trying to repair this seam. It started to come apart while we were stretching. So the idea is that we will use the wet towels to create steam in an effort to kind of heat up the adhesive and then use a seam roller to pull that back up into the secondary backing of the carpet. So pretty much done stretching though. Looks really good. And then as soon as we're done completely, I have just a couple little things to kick in. They'll go ahead and clean it, and it's gonna look really, really sharp when they're done. I'm hoping that this green, got a little green spot right here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not. A couple other little spills, nothing crazy. This might actually be like a blood stain from Cole if he was over here shanking people before he went to prison. Is that where you got that spider web tattoo?
Yeah.
You got that in prison?
Yeah.
You should say that to YouTube.
Yeah, I got it in prison.
See, that sounds so hardcore. That sounds so hardcore. You're a gangster. What else, Cole? Did you say something else?
All right, if you're a business owner, one way you can save a lot of money is just hire felons. You don't got to pay them.
I can't put that on YouTube. See, there's kids that watch this, but great tip for business owners. Yeah, Dan, where do you find all your great employees? Straight out of the pen. Thanks for that, Cole. That was awesome. Down here in Wildlight, Yulee, on a trail. On the real though, if anybody wants any help on how to find and retain and train really good employees, just hit me up, 912-674-0889. You text me anytime. If you call, it goes to Angela, but if you text me, I'll be happy to call you back. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching.